Hello everybody, it's Kelly and I am back with my Holiday Daily day number 8. Which is the 1st of December. So I am working, this was day number 7, so I'm going to work with the back of this, and it'll be 2 4x4 photo pockets and one 2 by 8. I talked yesterday about how the fact that sometimes you can use the back side of this so you don't have to put two papers in, but this one is not going to work because of what that back side looks like. I have this photograph. The photograph is of me making limoncello. I'm making homemade limoncello for some gifts for people for Christmas. So I'm peeling lemons here and getting ready to put the alcohol in to steep it. The interesting thing about this photograph is it's very yellow, and the collection I picked, the papers are all very blue, green, and red. The blue papers mostly are winter designed. So I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with this. It's one of those things. It's like, I sort of set up a problem for myself. Now, I did have, it's almost too bad I didn't realize this yesterday, although it probably still would have caused a problem. I have this really great transparency here that is blue, which would look really cool in a pocket, a see-through pocket, but I can't do that, obviously, because of what this looks like. So, I'm not sure, like I said, I am not sure at all what I am going to do here. And, you know, keeping in mind that this is very Christmassy and I want it to look that way. You know, here's blue again here, but that's the snowflakes. I did have that blue polka dot. This is kind of a fun piece of paper, and it's very pink here. But it says, hello December, and fa la 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 la, and good cheer and peace and tradition. So that could be a fun paper to use with this. I like the way those two go together, and it still definitely has a Christmas feel about it. I could go back then and lay that paper alongside. This piece is a little bit short, so I'd have to figure out what to do there. But I could, you know, add some sort of little piece at the top and the bottom if I wanted to do that. So that would be kind of a nice way to bring the color back in. When I think about that, you know, that to tie it back, even though this is very yellow, that might not be the worst thing in the whole world. I like that idea. The other thing is that I do have this, I have some red of this, and it's like December story and making spirits bright and that kind of thing. But I'm thinking that I like this better with the pink. It just is a little bit lighter, and it's not quite Christmas yet, so I don't think I mind, you know, I don't mind the fact that that's not quite all tied in. And then, you know, if I do this, I could use labels like I did yesterday. I probably am going to want to make sure that I do things like that, say like traditions and maybe the December story, and there was one somewhere that said making spirits bright, although I can't see that whole thing. I wonder if this is exactly, I have to look at this. Is this the same? Yeah, it is. Look at this. This is the exact same piece of paper, just recolored. So this was Good Cheer. So this was 2014, and then this one came from Joyful, which was last year in 2015. So how clever of them. But this is a small piece, so this wasn't a full piece of this. This was actually a full piece. So this doesn't have the Making Spirits Bright in full. So maybe I have to just get like traditions and Hello December on there, because this is a tradition. The reason I'm making limoncello is in my family we make Christmas presents for each other, or part of our Christmas presents for each other, and that's what I'm doing here. My other thought is now, you know, on the back of this is the number and all that, but I think I want to change it up, especially since I'm going to be using probably almost the same piece of paper. And maybe what I want to do is just do my journaling on a label or something on this paper here, is where my thoughts are going with this. Because that would be something different. And then maybe I decorate that piece somehow. If I could find something about, I don't know, well, I could use the Making Spirits Bright there. That would work. I could also cut a piece of this so I don't have to cut parts of this. So I think that's what I'm actually going to do. So I don't have to like jury rig something together. Best way to describe it. Here's a piece that says traditions. So now you're getting a little bit more of my process as I go through this. So these are the kinds of things I was looking for, is maybe looking for some labels. And again, I have labels as well here. I can just use a punch on those. And I have my little green labels. I could also punch out some labels if I wanted to. I have red labels. Just looking, I'm going to do a layout about Thanksgiving, so I think I'm going to want some of these. This is from I bought this as part of the Black Friday sale, I think. I think these are like November things. So there's Happy Thanksgiving and Turkey Time. So I'm going to put that aside so I don't forget to do that when I make that layout. There's a little, plus Elle Studio has great printables if you didn't know that. They're really fun. Okay, I'm just continuing to look to see if I can find anything else that I want to use. And I don't think I'm seeing anything in any printables or anything like that. Okay, so, well, the good news is we have some of this decided already. So I will clear out some of this. I also, this is day 1 of December. So I might want to go in and find labels and things that say December. For instance, I thought I had one in here, but maybe it's in something else. This is the pack, the wood veneer pack that goes with this. So I could use the little Merry Christmas. There's the ornaments. Apparently it's not on here, but I know I had a December in one of these packs. I know I have this December 2016, which I could do that on this. Let's see how this looks, just because it is the first day of December, so it might be kind of fun. Last year I did a thing that said Hello December. That's cute. If I could find another big piece of paper, something for that to go on, that would be fun. And I could still use like circles and stuff like that on that too. So I kind of like that idea. I know where it was. I have this other pack of wood veneer. The wood veneers I just had go with the this year's 'Tis the Season collection from Elle Studio. These are just their Christmas wood veneers, kind of, they have a general Christmas wood veneer. And there's a December. Here's a special delivery one to either use with this or cards. There's Ho Ho Ho, Magical Moments. There's Celebrate. There's a cute little present here, so I could somehow do that. There's a little heart. Here's another present. And I also have presents I'm obviously going to be wrapping at some point too. So I'll have that to use. I'm just going to pop these over on the side here. So I kind of like that. And this traditions I kind of like as well. And I could do, this would be pretty, to do traditions across underneath this maybe, because it is a tradition for me every year to make part of my sibling and brother and sister-in-law's presents. So I think I'm going to cut that out because I think, and I like the pink and green together. And then I have a little bit of blue because I will have some kind of spread across from this tomorrow. And I already am guessing my story tomorrow will be about the shopping I have to do, because I have some Christmas shopping I'm going to need to do tomorrow. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. So I like the way that looks. So let's take this piece out first. And I think what I'm going to do is just glue these two together. And let me think. So it doesn't matter which way these go. I'd forgotten that I put the tree on the outside because I'm thinking, why is this not big? Or why is this not deep? The tree's supposed to be on it. Did it fall off? It did not. I didn't glue it to it, which was smart. Yeah, let's do it this way so I don't waste as much. And I'm going to abut it as closely as I can, but not completely, so that I can actually cut that sort of straight around it, if that makes any sense at all to you. I'm afraid I won't get it close enough otherwise. And when you're cutting, what you want to do is move your paper and not your scissors when you're fussy cutting anything, and that's true about this kind of thing too. You get less jagged edges in that when you're doing it. So there's a little tip of the day. I didn't think about it, but I guess I'm doing lots of those tips of the day. So there's your tip of the day when you're fussy cutting. And what I'm kind of doing is I'm keeping my elbow right in at the side of my body as I'm doing this. So my elbow's not moving. I'm actually moving my, moving the paper in my hand. Okay. So now we have that done. So there's our first piece. Then I'm going to take those off there. And actually I shouldn't put that in because I'm going to need to put things in there. So there's that piece. I've got this blue out of the way here. And then we'll probably decide where we're going to put these as we go. But so we kind of have this going so far. Let's see, I'm not sure whether this will go top or bottom, and I'm not going to tell you which because I told you which I thought it was yesterday, and that didn't happen. Okay, so now I'm going to cut the 4x4 square. And I have a little edge of the green that was at the top of this before, so I'm going to trim that first. And then just cut 4x4. And there's kind of a little edge of some words or letters here, so I'm going to trim those a little bit. Okay, and I hope I don't sound too far away for you. I just thought about that. Okay, so there's my little 4x4 square. So now that's how this will lay out, I think. And it's kind of weird because there's zero yellow in this whole thing except for right there. And I guess I could change that if I wanted to. Yeah, definitely, especially because this is yellow. I guess I could, put some yellow, have used more yellow here, but that's not the colors of the book. And I just really want to work with what I have here. Okay, So if I do this 4x4, it goes almost all the way across, and that just looks kind of funny to me. So what I think I'm going to do is slightly offset that. So that the edge of that is just off the edge of the paper here. What I'm doing here is, you can see the line where that is. I want to make sure that all the green is off, so when I cut it, it's only white there, if that makes any sense to you. And I'll show you what I mean in just a second. So let me cut this there. All right, so now that kind of goes off the edge, and I can put the December 2016 up here. And I'm going to do the same thing that I've done before. I'm just going to use ATG on this and pull it back as I need to do that. And I'm going to try to get it, like, you know, on all sides here, so out towards the edges and all of that kind of a thing, so that it's adhered down pretty good. Now it's in a pocket if anything would happen, but still, better not to have to worry about that. Okay, so I've got ATG on the back. Now I'm just going to curl it into the acrylic word here. And I love that I got this on the first day of December. That's pretty awesome. And we'll just put that up there. And I think I'll center this a little bit more, and I want it to be closer to the traditions. And now that I look at the traditions, I got that on very crooked. Hope I don't ruin it. So what I'm going to do, I don't know if I have another sheet of this. And I just broke it. So, plan B. Plan B might be that I have another one. It might not be. So let me see. Okay, I have one that says noted. Ah, okay. Lucky me, I have another one. I think I bought these for the cut-aparts, but also I like the red block on the back. I also have another piece there that says documenting December. Again, I'm trying to move this towards me. Okay, let's see if I can do a better job with this one, because I did a really bad job with the other one. So again, I'm going to put that here. Make sure that I get it just off the edge there. This time I'm going to look a little bit closer. Part of the hard thing with this is that the letters, that the words here are not all the same font. So that, you know, yes, I didn't do it very well, but it's also a little bit confusing there. All right, oops. Okay, so now that's done and that's done. I like how that looks. Now we have this. I do have to remember I need to get my number on here somewhere. I'm thinking it might be nice if I just put that in this corner over here. So let's see what we have for letters. That's awfully yellow. And I think I want it to stay green if I'm going to be putting a number in here somewhere. I do have this. This is an LA Studio. This is the green letters and numbers that you can buy. I'm going to do, or I will already have done, and you will have seen it, a share of a haul that I did from Black Friday shopping on Ellie Studio. Okay, so I like this green. I'm just going to put this on here though for a second because I might want something behind that, just because I have so many pieces and so many things, so I'm trying to use it. And then I do have this December. Now, the one thing about this that I'm not loving is I don't have any wood veneer up here. And I'm not sure that I don't really like the way all that looks. You know, I certainly can use this December in other places, and I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to stay away from that wood veneer. That poor wood veneer, I keep trying to put it on here and it's just not making it. So they do have, I should show you this, because this I'll do for New Year's or New Year's Day, but they have a 2017 in these acrylics as well. So I think you can still order all this stuff. So if you're thinking about it, I'd say go for it. So it's from Ellie Studio. Okay, what else could I do to bring in some of that white? I have these stars. Sorry for those of you who hate the bag noises. So I could like put my star on that, but I think it's too much going on with that photograph. I have some clear stars. There's always our tape. Oh, but if I put the green tape, it'll look the same. I do have a little bit of blue tape here. So I could do that. Or this one, because this one we could do something with our journaling down here, and then a little piece over here. I'm not sure about that again, because I think I want this to be small if it's going to be anything. Let's go back to my label sheets here with the printables and see what I can find, if there's anything here. I could use that little label in red. Not sold on that though. I'm almost thinking I want something round to echo the round up there. So let's go to the die cut packs that you're getting very familiar with. I also have stickers too. I should look at these. Oh, and these guys. How big are these? Because I have that printable somewhere. There it is. Yeah, these are too big, but that could work. Now, here's the question. The cool part about these is when you get the big printable sheet from them, it tells you that these fit 1.5 inch punch and these fit 1 3/4 inch punch. So you don't have to guess at what to use. And I'm pretty sure those printables caused me to buy 1 3/4 inch and 1.5 inch circle punch. So I'm using my centering ruler to measure this, which is not making my life easy, but that's okay. So this is just under 1 inch wide. What ended up happening is I ended up accidentally printing it onto onto a 4x6 piece of photo paper, so I saved it because I figured that'd be good. I also have these that say days until Christmas, or these squares that are just dates here as well too, but I'm thinking I want to use a circle because I want that circular, I want to bring the circular roundness of that December 2016. So I've got this oh, look at this. And if I do this, it kind of fits over the top of that number. So I have the red, I have the blue, I have the pink, so I could bring pink back in again. I'm thinking it's either going to be blue or pink. I'm going to go grab my 1-inch circle punch because I don't think that's in my desk drawer. No, I'll be right back. I told you guys, this is real time, folks, so there's no editing. Or there is editing, but it's small. So for those of you, somebody commented on one of my videos that they were learning a lot because they weren't scrapbookers. If you use a punch, for those of you that are new scrapbookers who don't know this, punch it upside down because you can see what you're punching. So I'm looking at this and I can see how much I have. Now there's going to be a little bit of a white circle around this, and I think I'm okay with that today. So there's the blue one, which is okay. I'm going to just punch a couple of these and see what I think. Oh, there's a green one too. So let's look at the green one. The blue one was too light. I like the green one, and then I can maybe, oh, although I like the green one, but the problem is that then I'm going to be putting green on green, which I'm not sure I'm going to like that. So let's see what we think. But I also could go back to a pink letter because I have pink letters. I don't mind that at all. So that's what we're going to do. No more punching. Okay. Then what I think I'm going to do is I will find some pink enamel dots or something to put there. Okay, so there's the 7. Now again, if this was a regular scrapbook layout, I can guarantee you that I'd be putting foam tape behind this. So this is kind of fun for me to do this December daily because I do some things differently in this than I do within my regular scrapbooking world, whatever. I definitely do, which I think is kind of fun. And I just realized I got this on a little bit crooked. Today is the day of putting things on crooked and then pulling them back off. Okay, so I got that. Just looking to see, is there anything on these sheets that I could add to kind of bring things in? And I could do this little star here. I don't like it there, but I kind of like it there, so we're going to do that. I have a little heart here with pink. I also have a present, so let's see what we think about the present. Now again, I'm combining white and cream, and I don't like it in this case because this is very, very cream. Let's see what else I have. I have the heart. I have a believe, we have joy, I have December, we have December things for the 24th and the 25th. I think it's too much white with that, so that isn't going to work. Quick peek at the die cuts here. These are cream colored. It's interesting because so much of the paper has a white background and these do not. Not seeing anything there. I think the pieces are not small enough. There's one in here that says love. I'm gonna look at that, except I can tell you, looking that, yeah, it's too much the same size. All right, so I believe this is a place for enamel dots and hearts to come in on here. And let's see, white, red, there's a blue star on that one. So we could do a blue star to match the turquoisey star up here. Maybe do a pink and a blue. And they're not exactly the same pinks and blues, but because they're lighter, but they're close enough. And then I think what I'll do is maybe do a pink one up here so that there's dimension up there as well. I could do another blue one up there too, but okay, so there and there. I'm going to move that over just a little bit. I had too much trapped green space in that circle there. So there, and then I said, let's put the pink one on up here. Okay, and then I have to remember, I love these. These are so cute. I love those trees. I haven't used any of those yet, and I have scrapped tree pictures, but that's okay. I will get some used up. It's one of my favorite things about these October afternoon under the tree pop drops. All right, so we have them there, and I still need to journal. So I think I'm just gonna write here like something like making sibling presents. And now that I think about it, I like that idea. So I'm going to grab my journaling pen. And just write making sibling presents, because that is the tradition that I'm doing here. So that card is done, and the other card is done. So let's pop those two in, and then we have to figure out how I'm going to get journaling onto that strip. Okay, it would help if I did it right side up though. Okay, there we go. Okay, loving the way this is looking so far. Yeah, it looks cute, even with all that yellow in there. Okay, so now let's figure this piece out. Now there is a big green December label, so we could, you know, run that this way, but I don't like that because I'm already reading that way. There is something that says date here and is a little green box, so I could use that. I think my printables are too small. There's this nice label here that says XOXOXOXO. If it was a regular size, I think I'd just do it that way. I'm just wondering if I have any green labels in any of these. And the answer to that is there is a green tag here. Oh, and I'm hoping this is going to work because it's like a present tag. Yeah. It says for you, to, and then love. So perfect. We're going to use this. And I'm just going to kind of space this here, down here. I'm going to go get some more twine again. And, oh, sorry. I really got my head in there. And it's funny because I was apologizing to my phone, not to you. Okay, that's cute. Yeah, sometimes you forget your camera is on. Even though I'm talking to you, sometimes you forget the camera is on. And I think because I'm using a lot of pink on here, I'm going to use the pink twine on this one. Oh my goodness. Yes, we are all human. I think part of the cool part about doing this real time is you see, I think sometimes when we edit our videos so much, you see those videos and we think, you look at us and think we do everything perfectly, that it all makes sense in the end. But when you do them real time like this, or when I do them real time like this, and all of us who make videos do real time, you really see the thought processes that we go through and how we don't have it all figured out. It looks like it, but you know, part of the thing when I do my other videos, a lot of times I've already at least chosen some of my papers. With this, you're seeing the choosing process. And in this case, I am going to get out my actual fabric scissors here so that I can cut this tag. I wanted to cut these a little bit shorter, but not the same size. Okay. Anyway, that's one of the cool things I think about doing this real time with you, is that you get to see that. All right, so I have that done. I think a little enamel dot somewhere here. And I could go back in. Oh, apparently I have 3 sheets of these. And I could do another blue and pink, which is what I think I'm going to do. So we'll just put one of the pink ones there. And I'll get one of the blue ones here. I'm almost regretting putting that sticker there, but really, is it going to matter next year when I look at this again? No. So it will be just fine. All right, I'm going to just tuck this in so you can see how it looks. And then I'll journal on it like I always do and take pictures of it for you. Okay, so that's how it's looking. I hope you're not getting too much of a glare off of the page protector, but that's how it looks. I'll finish my journaling here. I'll take some pictures and get the video ready for you. I will talk to you all again tomorrow. Bye.